So welcome everyone. I think most of you have seen the new Grandeur, the Vista Grandeur, my new kayak I've been using in the last couple of competitions, which I'm so happy with. And but I haven't really made a proper walkthrough through the kayak, so that's basically the idea of this. And as you could see in the thumbnail as well, you can win this kayak for 200 Rand, and all the details will be given on the screen. And so yeah, this is an opportunity for you to get this kayak. It's worth 17,000 Rand and you can get it for 200 Rand. And in doing so, you will be supporting our trip down to the nationals competition in Clan Williamstown this year. And it's quite far, so we've got a lot of expenses. So you'll be doing us a great favor in entering this competition, and you might be doing yourself a huge favor by winning this beautiful kayak. So I'm going to do a quick walkthrough here, and just to show you what an awesome kayak this is. And I mean, I've had all the kayaks basically that the whole Van Hanks range has. I've used them for multiple competitions, and this is my third year now, and I must say this is definitely the best kayak for fishing and for comfort and for all that, you know. The idea of this is for you to just have a nice look at it and see all the features, so that you can decide if you are interested in one of these, as many of you are already said that you're interested in this. So this is an opportunity for you to win one of these for actually only for 200 Rand. So let's start the walkthrough here, just to introduce you to this Vista Grandeur kayak. The length of the kayak is 14 feet, so it's quite long, talking about 4.2 meters. The weight is, I think, about 38 to 40 kilograms. So it's not very heavy to carry and to transport. It's really not a heavy kayak. So yeah, we start here in front. So yeah, in front there's a bolt-in handle here, which I've covered now with my motor mount. So I've mounted my motor. So all this, you will see the modifications I've also done on my kayak. Then you kind of get an idea of what you can do with yours as well. So I prefer my motor in front, you know, because I like to steer the nose of my kayak in the direction I want to go, especially if you're going up channels and so on. And then the second thing is this huge cabin you've got here in front. And you can put whatever you want in here. You see, I've got my raincoat and whatever else is in here. So it's a huge thing, nicely waterproof. Got these latches, won't open up while you're driving or anything, so there's a lot of space for you to put your storage in here. All right, and then of course a lot of scupper plugs all around the boat for your water to drain through if the water would come onto the sides. Then you've got your mounting hole for your fin drive that fits in here. It's also adaptable to a Hobie fin drive, also fits in here. Okay, the upgraded mechanism they've got here, so those new clips works very effectively. And then of course this beautiful hatch right in front of the chair with its own little bucket in that you can put your stuff in. It's removable, and then underneath there is even more space to put more stuff in here, so you can put your tent in here and whatever you want. There's really a lot of space inside here. You can even put a second tray like this underneath that for more lures and stuff you want to transport with. Okay, and it locks nicely in position. It's very sturdy, very strong, very waterproof as well. All right, and on the chair, armrests. None of the other chairs has armrests, so this is quite nice. It's a very broad, wide chair, and it's removable, very easily removable, so you don't have to leave it on the boat when you transport it. So I always remove mine when I transport it. Okay, so there are different ways that you can lift the chair up. As you see, I lifted mine up a little bit already, and that's awesome. All right, then just moving on to the side rails, you'll see the bolt-in side rails here. You can see the variety of lacquer tack put on here for all the different things. This, for example, holds my steering arm, comes in here, and then I've got my rod holder here. Now all these things are removable. You just clip them loose and this whole thing comes off very easily. Okay, so that's the advantage of having these already installed nice long rails on each side of the kayak. On the other side is your steering mechanism, and that steering, your rudder, which is at the bottom, is released by this little cable here that you release. Okay, once you've released that, your rudder drops down, so your rudder drops down when you release this cable, and once you've released it, this is this is your steering action here. So you see it right next to your seat. Your hand is, you don't have to even look for it. You can just, it's just right next to you here. Very comfortable to steer your rudder left and right, and it's very easy to operate. All right, and then these cables are for different purposes like you want. For example, I use mine to attach my pillow that I sit on. I attach underneath this, and that holds it in position. Then you've got a second one that you can use to attach to your fins. So once you've pushed your fins in, you hold your fin basically in position with one of those other cables. So moving to the back, behind your seat, you've got this huge compartment here, which is deep enough to take your deep cycle battery, and then you still have on both sides of the battery, you still have a space left like this. So I put my food in there, or you can put a couple of water bottles in here, whatever you want. So there's really a lot of space to put stuff in here. So what I did was just to put 2 hinges on here, so that I can just open it up like that easily while I'm on the water. All right, then you've got your normal rod holders, built-in rod holders here, which I actually don't use because I've used my milk tray here at the back. So yeah, then at the back you've got this big open area here and your bungees, and this is where I put my little yak attack box with all my rod holders attached to that. I'm sure you've seen that on the videos. Okay, so this is your working mechanism for your drop down rudder is here. And the other thing that this kayak has that's also very special is it's got a stabilizer fin right in the middle at the bottom. So the stabilizer fin is released on your right hand side with a similar release mechanism as your rudder and the others on the left side. This is the thing that drops down here. Now obviously it's impeded by my stand here, but this drops down all the way and is like a ballast, so this helps with your stabilization in the water. And then there's another little hatch here at the back to put your thingies in there that you want to protect, not to get lost, maybe little tools or something you want to put in there. Then obviously the kayak also comes with a very nice oar, very light and nicely adjustable. You can adjust the angles that you want to work with and the length that you prefer. Yeah, and that's basically in a nutshell. The big thing about this kayak is its width. We're talking here about basically 97 centimeters on the outside, and then look at all the space you've got on the inside here. The amount of space that's inside here is just absolutely amazing. Well, this is the big advantage of it. You can put your fishing rods down here, and then obviously also all the space underneath your seat you can put down there, whatever you want. You've got this pads that's already built in here, skid pads for you to stand on, and this is to prevent the stuff from sliding around that's under your seat. So all in all, this is probably absolutely the best kayak I've ever fished with, and I've had all of them, and you'll do yourself a great favor to get one of these, and now you have the opportunity to win it for 200 Rand. Never be sorry. The stability is absolutely amazing. Huge seat, so if you've got a wide butt, there's a lot of space for your butt, and you'll absolutely love this kayak. So yeah, here's an opportunity for you to win it for 200 Rand. Just follow the instructions. I think it is 1 ticket for 200 Rand and 2 tickets for 300 Rand. So you can actually have more chances the more tickets you buy. So yeah, please support us in our venture to get money for our trip down to Clan Williams for the Nationals, and in the process you might even win this beautiful kayak for yourself.